Hey there, Internet Drifters. It's Izanami-kun back with the Royalty Noob, video number 2. Last video, mostly what we did was prepare for the area, and we haven't really done a whole lot to mark our place here on this map. So how about we get started doing that? Right now, all we have is a stockpile, and that is going to hopefully take most of our items, if not all of them, and give us a place to start from. We went over these little things. I didn't go over this one much. This is the menu button. It does all sorts of options and stuff, and we'll look into that, but that's something you can mostly play with by yourself. So this is where we're at today, and boy is that a lot. It's 12 different options. Now, ship is not one that you need to worry about until way late game, so just ignore that one. However, the rest of them are varying degrees of necessary. So right now, our concern is needing a place to sleep and a building to shelter our items. So that would be structure and furniture. Okay, so structure gives you these options. These two, don't worry about them right now. We'll come to, I'm sure that we will find places where that matters. Or maybe not. There's no real, okay, there's a little bit. So if I needed to build here, I could use a bridge here, and that would be useful. But I don't, because the place where I've decided I'm going to build in this area is pretty open, and it's got quite a lot of stable ground. So all I really need is to worry about the basics, the wall, which, since I'm building it with wood, it's not going to be super permanent. We'll do that. And a door, which, this doesn't have an entrance. They'll never find their way in. I'll put one there and one there. And that doesn't help them so much with places to, like bedrooms, places to sleep. But we're really just starting out, and they can sleep on the floor. And that's what we're going to do, is just do a sleeping spot on the floor 3 times. Oops. 3 times. And now they have beds. Nothing fancy, but it'll do for starters. I'm already seeing some interesting new things here. The brazier, I don't know how to say that word, but I think it's brazier. No, it's like a bra. Brazier? Is that what it's called? Well, that's a new thing. Drapes are new. Obviously, the thrones are new. I think that's it. Yeah, that looks like it's about it. So we already did the whole work thing. One person, Matt, is going to do construction, but he won't do it until after he's finished moving stuff. And first off, he's going to equip this knife I told him to equip at the end of last video. Nope. I want you to wear that first. And we're going to have her deliver, because otherwise they would just haul it to a stockpile, which is fine, but I think it's more important that they get everything put where it needs to be. Hopefully. It's less work to have her put it there immediately. Okay, so Matt wants to take that, but instead let's get these packaged survival meals out. I wish he would haul, but he will not. What does he do? What do you do, Nelson? You'll hunt, you'll plant, cut, you'll grow. That's right. So we need to establish a growing area while they're doing that. So we go to zone. Zone is where a lot of it's at. That's where the stockpile zone was. where we can just generally do a stockpile zone. And if you need to edit what is allowed in here, you can go to the storage button and go through, and each individual item all the way down to wolfskin leather is available for you to select or deselect at your whim. But right now what we're doing is a growing zone. Because though we have food right now, we will need a few different things actually. Well then, I had no idea. Oh, yeah, that will happen sometimes. They have a random chance of getting cryosleep sickness just when you start off in the map. The only people that are exempt from that, I think, are the tribal things, because they weren't shot here from cryostasis. They were already on the planet, so they shouldn't have cryosickness. Okay, so we'll need heal root. Nobody has that skill. That's great. We will also need slightly larger one of cotton. I don't know if that is actually larger, but it'll work. And then the largest one that we'll do for right now, we will make rice. We'll actually add on to it a little bit. So you start from within, because if you start outside of it, well, okay, it does that, but sometimes it makes a whole new area, and we want this to be a part of the same zone. It's sometimes hard to see with all the grass, but if you're using the rich soil, you'll want to try to keep the boundary inside of the rich soil. Or not, you don't really have to go by that, but the ones on rich soil will grow much faster. And you can tell him to sow, but he's really on that harvesting kick, so... Oh, good. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Another thing you can do with zone is before they actually build this, I want to set the roof to be built. That way when they build this, they'll automatically start building the roof over here, and that makes it a little bit faster. Now you want to bring the wood. We still haven't finished with the meals. Why don't you do the medicine? And the reason why I'm prioritizing these and kind of micromanaging these guys is because these will deteriorate if they're left out too long. And these are essential things. And I don't want this bunny to eat packaged survival meals. So packaged survival meals will give people a bonus when they eat them. Okay, see this transhumanist thing. What the hell is this going on? Oh, you want different body parts. That's why you're frustrated. Well, we'll get to that eventually. But before then, how about you haul the right stuff? You too. You can haul that shit later. Oh, here's another trick. So production, which is where we do our cooking and crafting stuff. Grab a butcher spot, which I'll put right there. Add bill, butcher creature, forever. Nelson won't haul. But you know what he will do? He will butcher. And so that makes him go up here and pick this creature up and bring it all the way back there, which is kind of like hauling, but it's not. It's one way around the ones that refuse to haul. And we don't have... Oh, wait, he's getting that. Yeah. Okay, so now we don't have to micromanage them so much anymore. Although, I think I'm going to make you wear those pants. And I'm going to make you equip that revolver. So now, not only did he bring the rabbit here, we also have it split into leather and meat so that we can do stuff with it. Hooray! Now every once in a while they have to do random stupid things so that their recreation goes up, so that they don't end up with a bad mood, because if they have a bad mood, trust me, it is not good, and we will find that out at some point soon. Maybe not this video, but at some point somebody will break. That's kind of always the way. Oh, and now that we got past that first one, recreation is satisfied. If we get past the second one, that goes up to, I believe, 10. And it's recreation fully satisfied or something like that. We're not going to. Ancient danger. This is on every single map that you can come across. There's always an area of mysterious mystery that is something that was constructed long, long ago, and if you deconstruct the wall, it will open up into something that may or may not kill you. Or it may just be really advanced stuff that you get early on. I don't even bother with it until I have at least like 5 different people with decent shooting skills with decent guns. So it's really up to you. Like I said, it's usually something that will kill you. And even when it's something that will kill you, you usually get something good out of the deal. But I don't know that it's really worth it early game for that risk. But that's me. And even though we have medicine, which is good, I still harvest the herbal medicine that is high enough. Which by high enough for me means, 95% or more. And the reason is because not every injury needs the best medicine that you have. If you use it on every injury, you will run out of it. I also really like berries. They're free. They grow on not every map, but a good percentage of maps. They are just a readily available resource. You don't have to plant them. All you gotta do is harvest them, and you don't actually have to cook them. If you don't have the time to, they will just eat the raw berries. And they last an okay amount of time. They don't last for a super long time, but I think it's like maybe 2 weeks or something. So it's a permanent summer, which I didn't notice when we first came to the map, or really until now. And what that really means is growing season. Oh, really? 11th of April, May. Huh. Usually when it's a permanent summer, it's growing season year round. So I'm not sure why it has a period of time, but we'll see how that plays out. But it usually permanent summers mean a lot of overheating, heat wave stuffs. So we'll see how that goes. So the space bar on the keyboard will pause the game. Using the hotkeys on the keyboard is often really an important strategy, but it's not always everybody's thing. So right now, they aren't actually in a room. You can see over here it says outdoors. It still says outdoors, even though there is technically a wall here. Even after he builds that, and then he builds that, now it says unroofed. You see it over there. In order to make sure that you get everything, this toggles the visibility of roofs. So now roofs, whatever, are green. This green stuff. And it's really easy to see where the roof is needed. One more. And now it says indoors. And now he can sleep. And there's other, like, he'll want to build roof over this stuff. It's not as important right now. So he can fill in the roof there at his leisure when he wakes up. But if we don't have a roof there, then there's going to be even more of a negative here. And it'll say slept outdoors. And they're already going to get the slept on the ground thing. So if we can help it, the fewer negatives that we can have on here and the more positives, the more likely it is that they won't go crazy and try to kill everybody. And yes, that is a possibility. I'm not joking. There are many different ways that they can break. So it was kind of boring because we didn't really do a whole lot. We got a couple of walls built and some doors. And mostly everything moved in here. But I think from here we will end the video and try to do something more entertaining in the next one. Thank you for watching. Like if you liked the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.